So once again, I'm standing in the great Crossbrand Arena, and I'm thinking about how difficult it would be for me to stand here if some of those PBR bulls were out. That's definitely not my lane in the area of rodeo. But this past Saturday night, the bulls were here. They were right where I'm standing, and only some of the trained personnel had the guts to get out here with them. Except for that, there will be a few people that will be invited to go into the cage. And as you go into the cage, you see it's very simple. There is protection. Now, a lot of the cowboys are going to have protection from some of the professional bullfighters. But normal people like me, normal people like a photographer, they're going to have protection. And I thought about this. I didn't even know this was going to be here until Brett told me, hey, this would be a great idea for a bottom line. But you think about it, life is scary, man. And we need protection. And I don't know if in your personal life that you've noticed how important it is to feel protected. And there's certain things that we do, like we buy insurance, we pay attention, we got situational awareness, we take concealed handgun classes, right, to be protected. But what about in the big areas of our life, the spiritual areas? How are we protected that way? You know, a lot of folks, they never really think about what's on the other side of their last breath. They don't ever really think about the C word coming into their life. They never really think about some horrible tragedy in their family. They don't think about that protection until protection is a little too late. A lot of people, you know, think that they can do temporal things like buy life insurance, and somehow that's going to take care of them on the other side of the grave with their own soul. A lot of people provide you know, protection for your possessions, but it's so many people that I've met in my life that seem to think like however much they've acquired in this life is going to give them the protection they need for the next. But one of the most interesting things that I've seen and I've experienced in my life is that people's pride, the potential to trust in themselves, all the stuff that they've done, you know, hey, you've pulled yourself up by your own bootstraps. You've beat alcoholism, you tell me. You've beat cancer. But what about that big choice? How protected are you when it comes to your relationship with Jesus? Here is the bottom line in the Old Testament. I love this old verse, and I hadn't come across it in a long time. Way back in Isaiah, it says, "You will keep the mind that is dependent on you in perfect peace, for it is trusting in you." Isaiah was talking about the Lord. Who do you trust? Who is ultimately providing protection for you? You know, if I was out here in this arena, I would feel very vulnerable. I would need this. And let me ask you, what about on the much bigger stuff than a PBR bull? How protected do you feel? If for some reason there's that hollow, that emptiness, and you know what that is, that's the Lord speaking to you. It doesn't take rocket science to figure that out. If today is your day to come back to Jesus because you've drifted, or to come to Him for the first time, understand the bottom line, again, the bottom line is He wants to take care of you, especially on the other side of your last breath. Invite Him into your life. Just simply, wherever you're at right now, pull over in your car, stop what you're doing if you want to, and just say, Jesus, I'm a mess. I know I'm a sinner. I know this has gotten me nowhere, and I don't have anybody to depend on the big things in life, and invite Him to do it. That's your bottom line.